Hello and welcome back to Sleeping Lotus Tarot. My name is Addison. Today I'm going to be doing Aquarius, air sign, and another air sign, Gemini. Just getting the decks a little shuffled here. We're going to get right into it. I already kind of pre-shuffled a little bit with this Star Tarot, and I saw the Four of Wands like 5 times. Like each time I cut the deck and like randomly did it like that, I saw the Four of Wands coming through. So maybe that's sort of setting the tone. That's sort of the vibe that we're heading right in. I'm not really sure, but sort of what I was getting. So let's go ahead and get started. I've actually got incense here today, so I'm gonna go ahead and light that real quick. I've got a fan blowing, so it's kind of a little tricky, but we got it. Oh yeah. Clearing that energy out. Go ahead and take a deep breath too while we're here. Go ahead and ground yourself into the space that you're in. Set your intention for a message that you'd like to receive or have clarification around. Okay. Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? Maybe we're going to expand upon that Four of Wands concept. I'm not sure. Let's just go ahead and find out. What does Aquarius need to know? Thank you. We have the Hierophant reversed, the Chariot reversed, and Six of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. So I'm getting that this is a new dynamic. This is something that's freshly changed for you. It's not this is not a past energy. It's sort of something that you're moving through right now. I'm getting that perhaps there was an illusion of so with this Hierophant card, I'm actually taking it as a masculine energy in this sense right now. Perhaps there has been a shift in energy and a focus in a particular relationship with a masculine. And with the Six of Pentacles reversed too, typically upright, this is like a sign of like being very gratuitous and showing outward love and affection for those less fortunate, or not always the case, but that's just kind of like what the imagery in the card represents in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. So that's kind of why I'm getting that sort of lack of that coming togetherness of those two cards together, especially with the Chariot as well. That's clearly symbolic of like an emperor and an empress riding in a chariot together, moving forward into their direction in life, and in this case it's reversed. So I don't have a counterpart. Let's ask about the counterpart to this so we can gain some clarification. Justice. Interesting. Feminine in this, with a big focus and balance. So I'm getting that this relationship had to end in order to bring things into balance. So I don't get that this was a toxic relationship by any means. I do think that there was a lot of good energy around this situation, just with this Chariot and Six of Pentacles type of vibe here. And then the Hierophant being such like a loyal, traditional character. I got rule follower. I don't know, maybe this person's kind of a rule follower. I don't know. But yeah, with Justice, it's just definitely kind of, I'm asking about the counterpart. So there's something that just wasn't quite balanced here with this connection, whether they just weren't compatible, or let's ask, is there somebody else that's more compatible and that's why this is ending? Five of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, it's just sort of like, I'm just sort of getting that maybe this Hierophant, maybe this is a Taurus, that this Taurus perhaps just kind of dropped the ball, just sort of dropped the swords on the beach, you know, just kind of left somebody hanging here, this Justice character hanging, and just didn't really reciprocate in the way they expected. Got a card that flipped out here, Nine of Wands reversed. Well, that's good though. Especially with this Justice card, it's showing that this is even though it's a recent energy, there's not a lot of sadness around this. It's sort of like an acceptance. I'm getting just like an embrace of, yeah, I kind of had this weird feeling that this may not have gone like I was hoping, kind of crossed my fingers about. There was a realisticness here of like that it just may not ultimately work in the long run. There is an acceptance of that. Okay, well that's good. Is there anything else we need to know about this connection, or anything just directionally where this is headed? Any more about the counterpart, perhaps? Got my crystal here somewhere. Here it is. Okay. King of Pentacles. The High Priestess. Wow. The Sun. Eight of Wands reversed. Okay, so I think that answers the question about that there might be somebody else. I think that's probably why there's not a lot of sadness around this. It's kind of like an acceptance of like, yeah, well, there's a king, like, sorry, Hierophant, like, I've got my eyes on somebody else who's gonna bring a lot of abundance into my life. But it's interesting with this Eight of Wands reverse that it's like, there's a steadiness here. There's a process. It's, I do think it is a romantic connection. Just with the Sun vibe, there is a beautifulness and a potential here, but it's interesting with this High Priestess card that there is that sense of mystery. So it's like, I just do think that this other disconnect from this other connection is so recent that that's the only reason why there's kind of still this mystery, is that this is all still kind of new and fresh. And this King of Pentacles is very exciting. A lot of potential here in this connection, but you know, there is that slow movingness. And so I'm going to ask about that actually. Tell me more about that Eight of Wands reversed. Why is this slow moving? I mean, we've got the Sun, so why aren't we rushing into the Sun? Ace of Swords reversed. Just wanting to make sure that this isn't just you know, thinking logically here, that hopefully it's not just lust, or it's not, you know, a rebound type situation, right, where there's a little bit of delusion. So I guess that's kind of what I'm getting with that High Priestess card too. Just not delusion, that's not the right word. I guess illusion as to what this connection really is. So just trying to be smart about it, trying not to rush into a new emotional connection. But I mean, it's beautiful though. I mean, I guess it would make sense not to want to rush into something that's so balanced and harmonious. You don't really have to rush into something like that. It's going to naturally unfold as it's meant to. Okay. Anything else? Anything else that needs to be said about this? What a perfect way to end that. The Chariot upright. Yeah. So we've just got an alternative person here, and it's looking really, really, really optimistic. It's looking gorgeous. So bummer about the Taurus energy, Hierophant, but that's okay. We got something else coming in for that High Priestess and that Justice High Priestess character. Beautiful. I loved that one. Okay, Aquarius, I am going to leave you with one oracle message though, because I just feel like that's just the right thing to do here. We're going to leave you with something. Just a word. You know, it may not even be related to the reading. I'm kind of getting that sense that whatever comes out here is not going to be related to what I just talked about. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'll find out. But something that Aquarius just needs to hear. Just something to take away. Something to take away. Two things to take away. Do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Okay, I'm just going to let that one speak for itself. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Wow, this one's resonating for me. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Wow, that was a mouthful. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So this may be somebody who's very gratuitous with that Six of Pentacles earlier with their energy, and it's just a reminder to focus on the work, but the inner work, and also allowing others to work with you, to help you, to join hands and team with you as well. You don't need to feel alone. You don't need to feel alone. You've got help as long as you reach out and ask for it. Beautiful, Aquarius. Okay, we are at 10:15. Now we are moving into Gemini. All right, so Gemini, let's get a different crystal here. Which one do you guys want? Let's see. I think that you're looking at, let's take a wild guess. One of these orange ones. I'm gonna go with one of these orange ones here. Okay, Gemini. Deep breath for me, please. Got my little incense here. Clearing, clearing. We don't want to build off of the previous reading. We could, but I would really like to try to get a fresh vibe. Fresh vibe. Fresh vibes. Okay. Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? What are we going to talk about? 10 of Cups reversed. Oh. Judgment reversed. Something has not come to fruition yet. Something has not met its full manifestation. 2 of Swords reversed. It's interesting how in this imagery, the 2 of Swords, even though it's reversed, like it's like a mirror image. So like no matter what, it's sort of like upright. So perhaps there is a big turning point in your life right now where you have to make a decision and you know that it's going to change the outcome of a lot of things in your life, and you're kind of like, ooh, that's scary. I don't know if I'm ready for that level of change. What is it? What's this indecisive thing? 8 of Swords reversed. I think you're starting to kind of accept that you do have to make this change. This is not something that you can continue to be in denial about anymore. You're feeling the pull of the universe, the call of your soul to do this. I'm getting work. Tell me more. Tell me about this type of work. Tell me about this type of work. 9 of Pentacles. Something that's definitely going to make you feel fulfilled. Something that you're going to be proud of. Perhaps it's your gift. 8 of Cups. A lot of hopefulness here. Knight of Pentacles. We got a lot of cards out right now. The Moon. My goodness. 3 of Wands. The Lovers. What I'm getting is that this is a very this is a big story. This is something that's been going on for a while. This is a big decision with this 3 of Wands in a move I'm getting maybe for work or something like that. Where you have to make a choice. I mean, like, you really do just have to make a choice about where you want your life to go and who are the people that are going to accompany you in that life. Are you going to be able to fully embrace what your gift is, what you need to be doing, and also be in a state of receiving receptivity and balance? With this Lover's card, it could be a lover's connection. We do have this Knight of Pentacles here, but it's like, it's so much more than that. I'm getting that this may be like a job that you're traveling for. There may be a romantic connection that's involved, but like there's something a lot deeper. Especially, I'm looking at this Judgment card. This is like, this has the potential to be such a change in your life. And how you roll through this process and how you embrace this change and how you integrate all of these different aspects that are coming together for you is going to really be a big determinant on just the outcome, just like in general, like your life, just, I'm getting the sense that there's a lot of destiny at play here, but deeply free will as well. There's possible chapters that you could write here. I'm just getting a sense that this is so much bigger than you can even realize. This is, I'm just getting a very expansive energy. I don't know if it's what gift you have or the team that you're with, but it's just very big. It's bigger than you can really wrap your head around. Just tell me more. Just give me some more ways that I can clear up this message for the listener. Ace of Cups. Okay, so that Lover's card is a heavy factor here. Don't be afraid to start a new beginning in love. We're ending a lot of cycles right now in the world, and you know, the death of one cycle is the rebirth of another cycle. The cycle of samsara, life and death, moving on, letting love be an okay cycle to embrace, and to put that as part of your journey. You don't need to be always so work focused. There is an aspect that can really be very fulfilling. I mean, with that 10 of Cups too, I mean, there is the potential for the most emotional fulfillment that you've ever had in your life, that you almost feel like belongs to other people. Like you feel like that, not that you don't deserve it. I mean, I think you do feel like you deserve it, but it's almost like it's such like a thing that you've been hoping for so long, or like a dream you've been looking towards, that it's almost like feels like a fairy tale, like that it's not really achievable. Like it is achievable, you believe it's achievable, which I think is really important in this, that you do believe it is actually achievable. And I think that's why it's going to be able to be achieved, is because you do have that belief that it can. But there is that weird aspect of like, am I almost too much of like a romantic, you know, like am I stuck in my own little fairy tale? Nine of Cups reversed, Knight of Wands. Yeah, you may actually have a lot of options right now. You may feel like you kind of have the world at your fingertips. Just with that big expansive energy, it's like you almost don't want to limit yourself, I feel like, too. I'd say trust your gut more, trust your intuition here. I think you've lived so much life. I really do feel like you've had a lot of experiences that have taught you a lot as of late, as to who you are and what you expect, and you're very realistic. I'm just getting that you're very realistic, but it's almost like you're too realistic. You kind of have to like, you're good about rolling with the punches of life, but bringing a sense of fun to it. Have more fun with the cycles is kind of what I'm getting. And yeah, don't take it so serious. More fun, just more fun. Okay, interesting. I guess let's just hear real quick more about the Knight of Wands, and then we're gonna move on. 10 of Cups upright. Wow. 3 of Wands reversed. I'm getting that there's sort of a decision here, maybe between a couple masculines. Like you've got an emotional decision that you either made. So this is kind of similar actually to the reading we just did. Not till the very end though. It was not the same at all. Very different energy, but then it kind of circled back around. So maybe there's a few people listening to this whole reading and are resonating through the whole process. I don't know. But yeah, there is sort of a decision here that needs to be made. For a Knight of Wands, it's seeming like a new passion, a new love, a new abundance and fulfillment. Yeah, just getting out of that, you know, three's a crowd type of energy, and finding that lover's partnership, that counterpart. Beautiful readings today, guys. All right, let's just go ahead and end it real quick with a kind of similar to the last one. I'm just going to end it with the Oracle card here for Gemini. It could be about the reading that we just did, or it could be completely unrelated, just advice from the universe, something that whoever's listening needs to hear. whatever needs to be said, whatever needs to be heard. Whatever is the most important. Oh, okay. Abundance mindset. Yep. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future. Oh, I know this is hitting for somebody right now. I'm gonna read it real slow and let it just soak in. I'm gonna reread it here. Let this one hit. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. If that's not the truest card, I don't know what is. It's everything. This is life hack. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I haven't seen this card yet. I love this one. Positivity, faith, and optimism goes right in hand with that abundance mindset. This is how you do that, okay? You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks, okay? Little things throughout your day. Don't let them interfere with the path that you're on. Keep the faith and keep going. We've got this angel here with this lion and these lambs. There is a strength within you to be humble, to be present, to be grateful, and it will draw in the most beautiful things. And that huge, expansive thing that you feel like you can't even begin to understand the real impact of yet, you will see unfold day by day for you with this positive and optimistic abundance, faith-driven. And by faith, I don't just mean religion. I mean your spiritual dedication to the expansion of your soul and experiencing what you're meant to experience here on earth. The dedication to that process is what's going to get you that 10 of Cups, basically. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. That was a good one. Okay, well, likes and subscribe if you would, if you enjoyed it, and if not, cool. Maybe I'll see you again, maybe I won't. But either way, if it resonated for you, please drop a comment. Please drop a comment and let me know, because that is my favorite thing to know, is if it resonated for somebody. Especially when I get unique energies coming in that I haven't felt before. Like, it's like, ooh, who's that for? Like, I'm so curious to know. So, okay, well, see you next time.